Good morning. Happy Monday to all of you. Welcome to module number 2. I trust that you are off to a good start, and by all appearances, things are moving along really well in the course. Thank you to every one of you for your great participation. Just so you know, technically speaking, we are done with Module 1. We're going to be moving on to Module 2 now. However, your assignments for Module 1 aren't due until noon, and so by my watch, that's about 1 hour from now. It's about 11 o'clock on Monday, so please get your Module 1 assignments in by the noon deadline. I really do appreciate that very much. And speaking of which, just a couple of things about Module 1. Just a couple minor things that I think we can improve on to make the most out of this course before we look at Module number 2. And the biggest thing that I noticed was related to the discussions. Obviously, this course being a philosophy course and being online, we're going to rely heavily on participation and discussion to make it the best experience, learning experience for all of you and for me. And remember, at the end of your initial post, to ask a question. So each week, if you have 2 discussions that we're going to participate in, you're going to do your initial discussion post. Be sure to conclude your post with a question. That, again, with it being a philosophy class, we want to introduce thought-provoking ideas, keep the conversation moving forward, prompt response from the others in the class. And so if you don't ask a question, sometimes, even though we have the opportunity to engage that question or not, as recipients, it is going to be helpful for everyone if we can just get into that habit. And I get it. It's different from the other classes that you will experience or that you've had. You don't have to ask a question in your initial post. But again, this is philosophy, and we want to be engaging in thoughts and ideas with others. And so we need to get into this habit of asking better questions. And so ask the question, number 1. Number 2, in your response, by and large, everyone is doing really well in responding to the classmates' posts, but I want to encourage you, again, to keep the length appropriate, and one-sentence response just simply will not do. And so we're asking for a minimum of 5 full sentences in response to your classmates' initial post on separate days, right? And so keep that in mind. To get the most points, you're going to have to really think through your responses to your classmates' ideas, and also to check in frequently every day or every other day, and to post on separate days to get the most points, okay? And so good stuff. Good things are happening. Really thrilled with how Module 1 went, and you will be pleased to know that Module 2, we're going to dial it back considerably. There's not as much legwork to do in Module 2, and so you'll notice that right now. Let's talk about what's due in Module 2, okay? And here is Module 2. We're jumping in. We're going to just keep on moving down with Hellenistic philosophers, and we're going to focus on Aristotle and also Christian philosophers from the earliest centuries of this current era. And so you'll have your typical reading that you have to do, but notice too, right here, right from the get-go on the to-do list, is that there are 2 discussions to participate in a quiz, okay? So no journal, no additional activities or anything else due. So it's dialed way back for you, especially after especially considering so much was due in the first module. I'm happy to dial it back for you. And in this module, we're going to discuss an aspect of Aristotle's thinking, his epistemology or metaphysics, that is of interest to you. So it's very broad, it's very general. You get to decide which area you would like to discuss. And then the second discussion has to do with Augustine's thought. And Augustine writes very extensively on many different topics, but especially evil, good and evil, free will versus determinism. And so Augustine is a Christian theologian and philosopher. I think you'll find his ideas very, very interesting. And then, of course, you have a quiz over the content in the textbook. So that's it for Module 2, friends. And if you have any questions or I can serve you in any way, please call me, text me, email me, get a hold of me. Thank you to those of you who have communicated. It is cold and flu season. Some of you have gotten sick. And I appreciate that early communication that you have said to me, man, I am really, really sick, and here's what's going on, and I can't keep up. Can you work with me on extending my deadlines and things like that? And I'm absolutely thrilled to do that for those who communicate early and often with me. So thank you to those of you who have done that. And please know our thoughts and our prayers are with you if you are hit by that flu bug. I know one of our classmates here has mono, and so just want to say that we're with you. And we do hope for a quick and speedy recovery. And so, if there's anything I could do to better serve you, please let me know. I'm here to help you and to help you learn. All right, that's all I've got for you this time around. Looking forward to interacting with you in the online threads. Have a great week, everybody. Take care.